Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Rogue Trader. Me, bring it on. Let's deal with this situation. Faster, faster. The sooner we smoke out this louse, the sooner we can report that the clearance operation is complete. Watch where you're pointing those hoses. Last thing we need is a poisonous gas cloud in the air over the estate.
Keep your wits about you.
A hulking man dressed in a uniform marking him out as an officer of the gubernatorial wardens is closely monitoring his subordinates as they surround the building. Sensing your approach, he whips around, his face going pale. He offers a low bow. Your lordship, please do not stray too close to the building. One of the terrorists from today's attack has holed himself up in there. He could be dangerous. What's going on here? Ready to report, your lordship. We conducted a sweep of the area after the attack. All the assassins were arrested or neutralized except for one. The officer scowls darkly. He sealed himself inside. He already injured two wardens who tried to reach him. But there's no need to worry. We'll poison him and clear the last dregs of dirt from the estate. I have only one question, officer. Why have you not already done it? The rogue trader is here. The longer you delay, the more you put his life needlessly at risk. The officer flinches slightly at Abelard's snarl. It is inexcusable, your lordship. The barrels of poison were only just delivered, but we're ready to begin now. You're going to poison the rebel. The officer nods. We're using insecticide from our stockpiles, your lordship. We don't have any military-grade poisons, but we don't need them. Not for this parasite. Who is he? The officer's brow furrows. Tell the truth, your lordship. I'm more concerned with clearing the area right now than with his identity. We're not expecting to get any valuable intel from him, unless we find something on his corpse after we've done our job. What's so special about this building? It's one of the utility buildings. Fortunately, it was empty at the time of the attack. There were no potential hostages or innocent people inside. If you ask me, I think this was the first place the killer came to when he was beating his retreat. We managed to round up all the others, but this one holed himself up in there. I want to talk to the person inside. Are you sure? It's not exactly safe, your lordship. The officer's eyes involuntarily sweep over you, sizing you up. I want to solve this problem without too much blood or fuss. The officer takes a breath. As you wish, your lordship. At the officer's signal, the other wardens take a deferential step back, clearing your path to the door.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
When you approach the solid-looking door, a high boyish voice shouts out, "Screw off. You won't take me alive. Better to put a bullet in my brain than let the governor's dogs get their hands on me." Examine the door. The door looks solid and formidable, but you notice dark marks on the hinges, a sure sign that the material is degraded. The lock doesn't look new either. With a suitable tool, it could easily be opened. Break down the door. A few powerful blows, and the door flies open, revealing the way inside. Inside is poorly lit, but you spot a person standing in the far corner. He is desperately gripping a discharged last gun in his hands. At the sight of you, his eyes widen in recognition and fear. It can't be. The rogue trader. The young man, practically a boy, falls to his knees and stretches out his bloody hands toward you. His clothes are burned on one side, and grimy with baked-in blood. Your lordship, have mercy. You're the sovereign of this planet. Only you have the power to save us. Youth is a time of recklessness. I heard that said more than once in the Scala Progenium, and during my novitiate. But youth is also a time of directness. Let us listen to this young man before we judge him. Save you from what? From Governor Wyatt. Everybody here knows that what she's doing to us. We've put up with it for a long time, hoping that somebody would intervene and help us, but nobody ever did. She's turned the whole world into a slaughterhouse. People are rounded up like groks from the settlements, supposedly to go to the palace, and they're never seen again. Her servants pour something over the fields, and then people lose their minds. They start hearing voices and seeing evil spirits. And while we're dying, she's sitting behind her white walls and feasting on our bones. Yrliet's face twists. Sacrifices, madness, pain, and death. Even in so primitive a society as this, such rites seem senseless, not worthy of such efforts. What is this? A random quirk of nature, or something darker? You're telling me people are seeing evil spirits? Yes. Others are going feral and attacking their loved ones. And then there's... The boy lowers his voice. People say that in some settlements, well, they've stopped upholding the law altogether. Imperial law and the law of basic human decency. People are turning into animals. Who is behind the rebels? He swallows nervously and looks at you with fear. Your lordship, I beg you, don't ask me that. I can't sell out my brethren. It's over for me, but the others, I won't betray them. Tell me, or I'll tear this world apart to get rid of garbage like you and your brethren. The checking rebel curls up on the ground under your gaze. Your lordship, no. Please, don't hurt the others. I've never been in their camp. None of us have. Only the chief saw one person from their base. He came a few times bringing weapons and orders. He said he represented a greater force than we could imagine. And he said that the governor's dogs will pay for the reprisals in the settlements. But that's not where they're hidden. They keep their distance from ordinary folks. We have it all worked out, so that if anyone gets caught, the others aren't caught with them. When I swiped the chief's box, I thought, after I killed the governor, I could use the message coordinates to find the base and hide out there. The boy retrieves a vox from his pocket, and holds it out to you with a shaking hand. That's everything I know, your lordship. The rebel vox. A damaged vox with the log of the rebels' conversations. Give the rebel an easy death. The people waiting outside will put you through far worse torment than I will. Goodbye. The boy's body goes limp and drops to the floor. Dried berries. Wrinkled fibrous berries covered in short fuzz.
Failure is just a temporary setback.
Duty prevails.
Disinfection device. This device grants the wielder plus 15 bonus to carouse.
Let us not dawdle.
Assassination attempt at the governor's own estate, and on the day of the rogue trader's visit, no less.
I always have a backup plan.
The door guard bows obsequiously. Lord Von Valancius, we're most delighted to welcome you as our guest. Would your lordship prefer to speak to the governor alone, or with your entourage? Of course with my entourage. That's why they're my entourage. Greetings, your lordship. How may I be of assistance? You neglected to mention the strange changes in the planet's flora and fauna. Magus Vincelix is a very wise man, but his fixation on evolutionary processes seems a little extreme to me. Yenis was heavily cultivated. Forests were cleared and mountains raised across half of the planet. It is no surprise that we are still noticing the consequences of those changes. It's possible that the plant mutations are connected to waste runoff from the harvesting equipment. and the changes in wildlife behavior could be a reaction to the expansion of the cultivated area. Estenza shakes her head with a laugh. Are you surprised by my knowledge of the topic? Our whole dynasty has dedicated itself to taming Yanis, this plentiful yet stubborn planet. Every member of the Viet bloodline is versed in the fundamentals of planetary engineering and its consequences. The Tech Priest mentioned ancient ruins belonging to the Xenos. I know to what you're referring. Strange structures of an unknown material. Wraithbone. For the prevention of any unfortunate accidents, I ordered the area to be declared out of bounds for all. Some things are better off left under a thick layer of dirt, beyond the grasp of even the enlightened minds of the Adeptus Mechanicus. Rumors have reached me about oddities among Yanis' population. I don't deny it. Some of our experiments exact a higher toll on the population than others. You see, recently one of the noble families of Yanis has taken on the difficult task of enhancing the attributes of our workers. So far has involved introducing experimental supplements to their food, and mental conditioning in monitored settlements. Sometimes procedures are disrupted, and part of the population suffers from side effects. The specialists of the Gravas family, like Gravas. I would be better placed to inform you on this topic, but alas, they are currently engaged in the field. You're forcing settlements to pay their tithes in human bodies. What? Really, Donnie Dawson? Speak as if you actually believe the claims of those wretched peasants. I did not ask anyone to pay the tithes in human bodies. I am reducing the burden on the settlements, which have suffered as a result of unsuccessful experiments involving enriched food. And I'm gathering the worst affected subjects, those who are no longer capable of work for further study. Some among my circle would call such concern for the underclass a weakness which may have incited rebellion among the emboldened rabble. Alright, back to the ship. Oh, loot. Your lordship, and no mind to the bodies. We're waiting for the estate to be cleared completely, so be rid of this trash. The deceased arms and face are covered in small boils that ooze cloudy pus even after death. More dried berries. This brainless rabble... When is this brainless rabble going to settle down? Alantok, I lay justice for your attention. As you once sought my help, now I am seeking yours. The time has come to dispel the final shadows on our path. I have hidden the truth from you. I know a great deal about those who are disturbing the peace of the local ruler, and also know where they are hiding. Allow me to show you the way, on the condition that you bring me to them. I don't think the rogue trader needs your revelations right now, Xenos. That is even assuming that you are not lying now as well. Why did you not say anything? Another path was open to me, and our paths are aligned. My decision was motivated not by caprice, but by reason, which compels me now to be honest with the person who can fix all of this. Everything you have discovered, everything you have learned from your kind, they're all traces of the same calamity. A calamity that will eclipse all the strife and wars in the face of this world. All the signs were plain to see, but I was here and the Monkai failed to recognize the coming storm. Please, follow me, Donnie Dawson. You must, if this world truly matters to you. What calamity are you talking about? You are still holding back information. I'll reveal the truth very soon, but not here. Not in the place where it seems evil has made its nest. Have patience, Alantok, and trust me. I believe you. Lead on. Thank you, Alantok. You truly must have been brought here by Providence for... No. It was your will alone that brought you here, which has become a blessing for the Leviathan. Let's go, Alantok. I pray to the gods that we are not too late. Right, the Forest
Is
of
there money
Yanis.
to be made?
I want to get rid of her trauma. Now let's go. You will soon see everything for yourself, Elentok. Right, Elentok. Make sure I emphasize the
Lord
correct
Captain
vowels.
Theodora and I once landed on a green world similar to this one. 2/3 of the team perished in the jaws of wild beasts, while the rest died of fever.
One path. Where's the other path take me?
Keep your wits about you.
Blood is my life. Death.
State your intention. The songs of my ancestors speak of stars long.
Your arrogance will be your downfall.
I will level
Darn
you.
it. We're under attack. Kill the intruders. Or don't. Stop. Lower your weapons.
Scared,
I
yeah?
forgot to move Yrliet.
Let's get to it.
Let's get to it.
Time to slaughter someone. Trust me, I feel nothing, fear nothing. As the ten. I will leave footprints of scarlet. I'm here, maggots.
Hold on. Here we go.
Naturally. I'll put my psychic abilities to use. I won't object to it. Let's see to it. Be gone! Not sanctioned to do this.
Out of my
Good job,
way.
Heinrichs.
I will not die in dishonor. Scared yet?
Just a minor setback.
Let's get to it.
You have a shotgun pulled out? Sword out, buddy. Got a few options here.
I am ready for whatever comes. Your end was inevitable. It's as good as done.
Oh, these guys. Gotta change this stuff up.
I understand your intent. If I must.
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury! I'll do it.
I won't let it define me.
Hey. Play nice.
That's not the Seneschal's job. I will do my duty. I'm not interested. Victory is imminent.
Alright. Start cutting people down.
A tactically sound approach. It will be done. Attention to detail is the key to success. Indeed.
Hold on.
Show me what you got!
Oh man. Big hit.
A dance of blades and shadows. As honor ordains. There is
we
only
get another attack.
death, yours or mine.
Time to slaughter someone!
You will pay an even greater price.
But of course, Lord Captain. Let's see to it.
That's a pretty good turn. Oh, forgot about that guy.
Grey hair, sure hand.
Let's make it quick.
I'll see to it personally. Who if not me? I'll see to it personally.
You will perish for this affront.
Alright, ride that out a little bit. Let's go do this. Alright, mess him up, Abelard.
Here we go.
Yeah, that's a nice try, buddy. Not my kin, it is me.
Neither fear nor hesitation.
Aim for the heart next time.
Can't quite reach.
Fate shapes my actions.
The Emperor is on our side. For the throne's glory. Naturally. I need a foothold. But of course, Lord Captain. Let's see to it.
Out of my way. Let's get to it.
It's as good as done. I'll make it happen. On it.
High momentum.
If it serves your cause. I am not your Xenos pet, monkey.
Wow, 95% chance and we missed.
Low momentum.
Another soul
There we
slips
go.
beyond the veil. If it serves your cause.
Try to take this guy out. Almost got him. To use that first, but that's fine.
Maggot. A broken blade has no use. Trust me.
Could have used all these.
Do not give in to emotions.
Alright, where's that guy at? Up there. Alright.
Get me a target. I won't object to it. Naturally. Let's see to it.
Let's get to it.
I always get the job done.
Heal my wounds. My path won't end here.
I'll see to it personally.
Another one down.
I am not your Xenos.
At your beck and call.
Nice. Can't easily get up there. We'll just wait.
It's as good just as I planned.
Huzzah! Yrliet's usually a dispassionate face is contorted in a grimace of pain and rage. The elucidator activates when she begins speaking in her own language. I swear on Cain's riven heart, Uraran, you'll pay for your treachery. May Morai Heg sunder your fate and cast it away. May the blood of Eldenesh flood your throat. Get a grip. I doubt that'll be the last battle we see today. I need allies with all their wits about them. Yrliet closes her eyes, sucks in a breath through her teeth, and quickly murmurs something. She opens her eyes. Her face is once again a mask of cool serenity. She looks at you and begins to speak, this time in Low Gothic. Please excuse me, Alantok. I'll have the turmoil in my soul to win out over my reason. A slip like that could cost me more than you can even imagine. My very soul. I must be more careful, even in the face of treachery. Where is it, Miran? What treachery are you talking about? Miran is the one responsible for the rebellions against the ruler of Yanis. But allow me to tell you everything from the beginning. We call ourselves the Children of Assyrian. Eldari is another name of ours. We're the echoes of the great empire that once ruled the galaxy and created new worlds. The planet that you call Yanis is one such maiden world, the Leviathan. A haven that our ancestors made for their kin. For many millennia, only the shadows of our predecessors lived among the ruins, until you humans came here. We are the heirs. We're entirely within our rights to call the maiden world our own. However, our arrival is a tragedy, not a homecoming. Sorrow seeps into Yrliet's voice. We belong to Craftworld Cruderok, which fell on the border of the Star region. Only the providence of the merciful gods allowed us to escape the fate that befell those whose souls perished amidst the stardust, along with our abode. Destroying Eldari Craftworld is a serious achievement. I'd like to shake the hand of whoever did it. After the calamity, ignoring Abelard's statement, the Leviathan offered my kin a sanctuary, a place of respite in the ruins of our ancestors, under the canopy of the forest created by the wisdom of our world singers, living alongside your kind, we reap the fruits of our labor with such vulgarity. I came to Yanis along with the rest of the Eldari. No. My path brought me to the Leviathan later. Yrliet hesitates. By another route. It was Miran who welcomed me here. He was one of the surviving Farseers of Cruderok. He was with a handful of our Asarani who had escaped death and found the path here, to the destroyed cradle of our kind. They were outraged when they saw how the Monkai had ravaged our flourishing garden. How are your kin connected to the uprising on the planet? The Asarani do not enter battles they cannot win. However, it is in our power to direct the current so that the elements themselves wash obstacles and enemies from our path. And so it was in this case. Miran, the Farseer from Cruderok, saw a future without the Monkai. We followed his lead. We simply used the Monkai's passions against them. The love of freedom and anarchy. The love of domination and violence. Stoking enmity between servants and rulers is easier when your targets are governed by emotion, rather than reason. My kin became military advisors to the Monkai who rose up against the ruler of this world. I had a different mission: become Vistenza's handler, since the rebels would be unable to get to her until both sides were sufficiently weakened. The ruler of the humans had never seen a child of Asurian before, and so she accepted the lie about a degenerate branch of Monkai dwelling far from their own kind. Why did your own kind attack you? I know not the answer to that question. Yrliet lowers her head. Many cycles have passed since I departed these forests and my kin. They cannot have forgotten me, can they? Why would a handful of Xenos go to war against the whole planet? You can't kill everyone. You struggle to understand the children of Asurian, and I do not blame you for that. We are too different. Yrliet says nothing for a few moments, choosing her words. Monkai walk blindly into the future. We choose the path guided by our Farseers. Kurdarok was the birthplace of the powerful Watchers of things to come. Our leaders were selected from among their ranks, and their word was set in stone, unshakable like the universe itself. Miran, our leader here, is one of that group. The children of Asurian are subject to his will. He is subject to the will of his visions. Miran saw the Leviathan in a vision, suffering and crying out to be cleansed, and we did everything we could to rid the maiden world of the Monkai. Our lives, our desires, all that is dust compared to the light of the path Miran has chosen for us. At least that is what my kin believe. I used to believe it too, until recently. Why are you telling me all this? What's brought on this candor? Elentok, your rival has thrown my paths into disarray, and lifted the veil on the truth that had been hidden from me. While I was shadowing the human's ruler, I failed to see the signs. Signs that there was another threat looming over the Leviathan besides the Monkai's deeds. The threat should be familiar to you, as it is to other intelligent species in the galaxy. We call it Silent Thresh, she who thirsts, goddess of chaos. Silent Thresh and she who thirsts are the names the Eldari give to the chaos god Slaanesh, their ultimate enemy. Slaanesh is the god of passion, excess, and forbidden pleasures, is known for his fickle and treacherous nature. Disfigurements, it seems you call these mutations, are the surest sign of this threat. By mutilating living forms, this malevolent power subjugates them and bends them to its will. You've seen the deformities in the faces of those who are closer to the Leviathan's body than others, the rebels who hide under the canopy of these forests. The Monkai are weak in spirit. They're susceptible to the propositions of she who thirsts, and in their drive to attain her poisoned gifts, they perform perverse rituals in her name. Rituals that require sacrifices, like the Monkai who are brought to the palace and never seen again. The Leviathan's world spirit senses the threat, and resists as much as it is able. The living things that inhabit this world are becoming its weapons. Weapons turned against the Monkai. Poisonous plants, rabid beasts. These are all like a blade in the Leviathan's hand, as she fights the coming of a Silent Thresh. The signs have been revealed to me. They all indicate the presence of a corruption on this world. Tendrils of corruption may be threading through the world spirit, poisoning it even as we speak. But for corruption to take hold of the planet so quickly requires effort directed by the will of another. Yrliet pauses. I believe Vistenza Viat is enthralled with the will of Silent Thresh. What? Vistenza Viat? The governor who has duly served the dynasty and the Imperium for decades. Thani Dawson, I hope you will not stand for such scurrilous slander aimed at one of your finest servants. If Vistenza is to blame, why haven't you gone to the palace and killed her already? There's only one crime graver than serving Silent Thresh. It is betraying the children of Asurian for her benefit. Miran saw the paths, he beheld the future. How could he not see the dark stain on its face? How could he fail to do everything in his power to rid the Leviathan of this canker? Yrliet's voice grows angrier, more piercing. Before I rip this poison seed from the Leviathan's body, I'll make Miran answer me. Maybe Vicenza is tainted from consorting with the archenemy. We'll have to find out for ourselves. Perhaps the signs I uncovered have failed to convince you. I pray to the gods that other proof, something more comprehensible to you, will emerge to sway your opinion. Silent Thresh is deceitful and cunning. She subtly penetrates the soul, offering false perfection, luring victims into her web with promises of a wicked ideal. The ruler of the Mankai perhaps does not even know that her soul has been corrupted. We want to meet with the leaders of the uprising. We better keep moving. Alright, well I'm going to call it here, and next time, we'll keep pushing further into the jungle. But for now, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.